Good to go? All right, guys, what's up? We are back at Pure today. Special occasion today. We're in town and we're going to see Shane Gillis tonight. So excited that. My boy Jay's, who I train with in Ottawa every day, is with me. Mike's going with us to Shane as well. So looking forward to that. So first, we're going to get a little shoulder workout in. We swap things around. Usually today would be leg day, but we're like, we don't want to train legs and go to Shane Gillis. We want to get a little shoulder pump in, so we swap things out. So maybe in one of the next videos we'll get shoulders for you, or legs for you. We've gotten arms, we've got a back recently. So yeah, we'll get a chest, shoulder, legs, all those other ones kind of in between. So, but shoulders today, I don't know what we're going to do first. We've been starting with a rear delt movement first. We'll probably go start with something like that, and then we'll kind of figure it out as we go. So lots of fun machines here as always. So we'll kind of piece it together with what looks fun to do today. You know? So thanks. Yeah, because they have a couple different presses here. There's the prime plate loaded, the other plate loaded, machine one. So yeah, we'll do a rear delt first. We'll throw that in. This is the thing we've been doing a while. I did this a lot actually when I was competing too, is start with the rear delt movement. I think it's one good one to get warmed up without kind of taking away from your heavy pressing. You know, if you do like a lateral or some kind of front raise or something like that first, it's definitely going to impact on our pressing, which we want to be like our prime mover. So a lot of people are lacking rear delts. I mean, and we only really do one main rear delt move in the workout. So we're going to hit them with our fresh, get the shoulders warmed up, and then we'll head into our pressing and stuff. So and it's one of the biggest things I think people definitely neglect, you know, to get like a good complete round shoulder. You know, is we do lots of pressing, chest pressing, shoulder pressing, lots of laterals, but we do like very minimal rear delt work other than that. You know, a lot of guys are, you know, when they're doing their rowing motions, there's trap taking over lats, stuff like that. There's not a whole lot of rear delt motions we do in our week, in our routine, but we get a ton of pressing, a ton of front delt work. So, that's why we've been starting with it. We're going to fire up this Panada one first. So. Heavier than you think though for what it was, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. I like the range of motion on it though.
Yeah.
It's like,
we're used to training at Good Life that has like the Life Fitness pec deck rear delt fly, and it's not a very heavy machine. I'm sure it's actually probably the same as this one. I think it's the exact same as the hammer strength one.
Yeah, pretty much.
So like we're used to full stacking that like all the time for reps of like, you know, sets of 20. So when you get on one like this where you put on half the stack and you're like, shit, this is actually kind of heavy, it surprises you, you know?
Yeah, it's a humbling machine.
Yeah.
Is there a certain type of way you like doing this machine, like for your posture and positioning?
Like I see he's standing when he does it.
Yeah, he likes to get himself in a bit different position.
Yeah, I like being a little bit higher and actually
lean forward a bit. Yeah. I like it just like handle basically aligned height with my shoulder, so I don't want to be higher and I don't want to be lower. I like it pretty well normally, like parallel aligned with my shoulder. And then after that, I'm just thinking of making like a long sweeping motion. Kind of like I talked about in the lateral raise video a while ago. You know, kind of, you know, down along the floor and along the walls kind of motion. I'm thinking the same kind of thing here, like out and around. So same thing, just make the motion as long as you can, you know? So that's really what I'm aiming for. Sometimes I let my ego get the better of me though, so I'll put on more weight and then I'll have my arms like here. So we'll see how good it is. I just said that, now I won't do it, so.
What do you got drink right now?
I just got 50 grams of carbs. Just drink it into workout.
Raw intra EAAs, codeine.
What are you got here today?
I'm actually drinking it's part of the endurance line. Like Raw's going big on like endurance products for like the endurance world, you know, triathlons, running, that kind of stuff. So they came out with a carb product called Fuel. That's like a dextrose fructose blend with some electrolytes in it. It's a carb powder. So I got some of that, and I actually find it sits really easy in my stomach, so I've been using that intra workout instead of our actual like intra workout product, and then I just throw some EAs in there as well, so it's good.
All right, that's good. Cool. It's a good pump already.
Yeah.
You just do a regular set, no drop, or do you want to do a drop?
We can do a drop.
Okay.
Depends. I mean, like I said, usually we're using the Life Fitness or Hammer Strength, one that's not super heavy. So we're going like sets of 15 to 20, because that's like all that the machine can do. And we can't really add any extra weight to that machine, unfortunately, but On this one, I'm trying to kind of aim in the 10 to 12 range. We generally do 3 sets on this. On the last set, we'll do some kind of intensifier. So here we're going to do 2 drops on it. Make sure we get some good volume in for those rear delts before we head to the press. So
Get those rotators nice and warmed up.
Did you lower the seat?
Nope, I haven't touched the seat.
Get shorter.
2 more, let's go. Another one. Good. Go. Go, grind it out.
Come on.
Good. Good.
Go. Come on. Feels good?
That's a good one.
All right. Time to press. It's always like when you go press, especially when you do a lot of pressing, you go to new gyms, dumbbells all feel a little different, you know? Like if they got the rubber hex ones, or like these big metal ones, or like the ones where it's like a bunch of little stacked ones, they all feel a little different. So your first couple of sets, you're always feeling like, are these heavy dumbbells or these light dumbbells, you know? Same with plates. It's like, are these, you know, the polyurethane plates, these the rubberized plates, or these metal plates? They all kind of feel a little bit different, so.
Nothing feels heavier than the old York metal 45 plate.
But it's like you put them on the scale and they all weigh the same, but they just feel different. They feel heavier for some reason, you know? What's it gonna be?
Because it's on a video, I think I want to keep my form really good. So I might just do 105s.
It's the moral debate between weight and form for video, you know?
Yeah.
Now I know a lot of people, I've had a lot of questions about this in the past, ask about like break times and stuff, you know? We are definitely not people that time our breaks by any regard, and I never did at all in my career. I'm definitely in the camp of do your set when you feel ready to be at your best for the set, especially as a bodybuilder. I think there's absolutely no benefit to moving quickly through your sets and not getting as much as you could out of the set by maybe, you know, taking a minute versus 3. It's, you know, I don't think there's any added benefit in my mind. There's gonna be people that disagree with me on that, that think that, like, you know, the pump is the answer for that. But I'm definitely in the camp of, you know, maximizing mechanical tension you can place on the muscle, and with that, taking a little bit extra break if you need it. So like for a set of presses like this, if we need to take 5 minutes between sets so that we can be as strong as possible for those sets, we're gonna take it. I'm not gonna bang out a set of 120s and then go 90 seconds later and then get half as many reps, you know? When I could have just rested another minute and maybe got 2 or 3 extra reps, which I think those 2 or 3 extra reps are what's gonna be key for the, you know, progression versus that 90 seconds more break that I took is going to be detrimental. So I'm always in the camp of take the breaks you need, you know. Obviously it depends if you're doing powerlifting style stuff and you're doing specific, you know, accessory stuff where you want to take breaks, or if you're doing anything athletic based, you know, like when I was working with Justin King and doing some track stuff, you know, he had me time my breaks, and I definitely agree in certain circumstances it can have a place, but in bodybuilding hypertrophy training, I definitely don't think it's definitely necessary. So comment below.
No, I agree. I definitely think, like, for the bigger lifts,
yeah,
you'll definitely want to take bigger breaks. Once you get towards the end of the workout, you're starting to do some smaller stuff.
Sure.
And like accessory
on isolations
work.
for sure, you know, or if you're training arms or something that's not like taxing to your, you know, central nervous system or to your cardio, where those could be like the limiting factor within the set. You want your muscle to be the limiting factor in the set, not anything else. And if you're still out of breath, or your nervous system's still fried from doing a set of 600-pound squats, and you're like, shit, it's been, you know, a minute, I gotta go again. It's like, you're not doing yourself any favor. So take the break you need. All right, let's go. Yep. 2 more. Yep. One more. can go heavier than that, but I don't know how heavy I want to go. What do you guys think?
You did 120s last week, no problem.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm on camera, you know, I gotta go 120. If I get 2 reps, we're cutting this out of the video.
Yeah, we'll get you 10. Let's go. Good. Push. Good.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right.
How's the forearm?
That felt all right.
Yeah.
Since I had my surgery on my elbow, sometimes with pressing it just feels a little weird, but I find I don't know why it is. Someone smarter than me can maybe answer this. But if I kind of let the weight tilt out a little bit, so the weight's kind of like falling away versus like stacked right on the joint, it's a little more comfortable. So going just a little bit wider, not so much stress on the elbow. It's just like when I get into tight flexion like that, it's a little sore. So it actually felt pretty good. So, you know, 10-12 with those 120s is pretty decent, so I'll take it. So. Standing lateral?
I don't mind it, but I'd probably prefer the standing lateral.
Do the standing. Look a little awkward. Oh, standing lateral's right here. I think there's another one on the other side though. Is that better?
Yeah.
You want to do that one?
We can.
Yeah. Okay. I apologize for being on my phone too. I have a client competing today actually. Her friend, Aaron, he's competing at a pro show in California today, so good result for him. He actually looked really good. Ended up kind of somewhere in the top 7, so 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere in there, which is a good result for him. So.
That's good. I like
Yeah, you can adjust the height, eh?
Yeah. It might be a little short for you, but.
Oh yeah. I find it's kind of like short. Do you find that?
In which aspect?
Like these need to be longer or something. Like I feel like I'm too in here. Like I need to get.
You probably get closer in because there's a pad for your head there.
Stand farther out. I feel like I want to be farther. Yeah.
Farther out?
I think I need to be farther out. Not gonna lie, I don't like this.
Okay,
Let's
do
see
something
if
else.
I don't like this machine.
That's fine.
That's weird. That's as low as it goes.
Yeah, they almost want you like. I was even looking at the picture. I've never seen this one. They almost want you like hiked over a bit.
Well, that's for rear delt. If you can do both on it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because this like moves, right?
Oh, gotcha.
It'll do.
Yeah.
So what we've been doing lately for shoulders is, like I said, rear delt first. Then we do like our heavy press, so like, you know, barbell, Smith, dumbbell, whatever we decide to do. Then we'll get our first lateral movement in, and then we'll do another press. So usually some kind of machine press, but we'll only do like 1, maybe 2 sets on there. Generally just 1 with like some kind of intensifier. So like either, you know, drop set or rest pause or something like that. 1 or 2 sets on there. And then we'll go back to another lateral. And then we'll finish off usually with some kind of superset of like a rear delt and a trap movement or something. So we'll get this in, then we'll find some fancy press again to do for the next one.
Good.
That's heavy. You just had to do 1 more than me, no?
I lowered the weight.
Oh, you lowered the weight? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel bad about myself there.
No.
There's something a little homoerotic about standing behind another man saying, get it up. I'm just like staying behind him, like touching him. I'm like, come on, get it up. I'm like, what am I fucking saying here, you know? Wild shit you say in the weightlifting world, you know?
Or even I find like those handles, if I had them closer to my side rather
that's what
than
I mean.
front.
Yeah. So if I could get lower or come forward more. You know? One or the other.
You can bring them out a bit.
It might be that this is actually like it shows there. This might be a rear delt machine, but I think it's showing both, you know?
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, I could definitely see you doing it like this.
Yeah.
As a rear delt.
But like I said, they do come forward.
Yeah.
So you can almost bring them to your side, but not quite.
anything that you really look forward to when you go in that day?
Shoulders or arms are like the fun ones, you know? I used to hate training arms actually. Like when I was really young, I loved training arms. And then I had a period where I found it boring and I didn't really like training it. But now when I'm like fighting to get a pump every day, you know, and arms makes you feel like you get a little bit of one, or shoulders, you know, feels good, makes you feel good about yourself, you know? Little ego confidence boost, so. Those are probably my two favorite now. And it's, now that I'm not competing, training legs is definitely my least favorite, you know?
Oh,
Because it's like hard, but I'm like, I don't actually care, you know? It's like, I'm not showing my legs to anybody anymore, and they're still huge, so I'm like, why the fuck am I training legs like this?
That video of you, your 19-year-old bench pressing, things like that.
Did you see that?
Yeah, man.
That's a fucking throwback there. Do you see how many views that video has?
Wild.
It's got like 3.5 million views.
People are still surfacing now saying,
Yeah.
oh shit, we saw this, don't probably know it was Iain back
Yeah.
then. Crazy. But a full circle moment.
It's weird because when I posted that video, like I didn't even have a YouTube back then. This was posted in, well, I was 19, so I mean it would have been like 2009 or 10, you know? So I was young. It was like just when I started really getting into bodybuilding. And when I first posted the video, it didn't like catch the algorithm. It sat there for years before it had more than like a couple hundred views. You know, I had no followers on YouTube, like no channel. I wasn't like a popular bodybuilder or anything. And then it was weird, like a few years after it posted, it caught the algorithm well. It was, I think Larry Wheels at this time was starting to go really popular. And it was like when you would watch a couple of his videos, it would be always one of the ones it recommended. And I like caught the flow of it. And it went from like 0 views to 1 million views in like a month. I was so confused. Like my email was just like every day I had it turned on for the comments. Like, I'm like, oh my God. And I don't think I posted another video on YouTube until I was like an Olympia level bodybuilder like 10 years later.
Well, I was still in high school when that video came out. And I remember I was in my fitness class in high school. And everybody said, oh my God, this guy's insane. I was like, yeah, I know that guy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy because even that weight 10 years later is still crazy for a 19-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not the cleanest rep in the world, but like, I could have dropped 50 pounds off that and done 450 and done like a pretty decent rep, which I honestly, in hindsight, I'm not sure what would have been better. I think the 500 pounds, like the title on it, that's what gets it. When you say 450, it's like, it's cool, but it doesn't have the zip to it, you know? So I think the 500 is like what caught it, you know? I titled it well, like 19-year-old benches 500 pounds raw on it, like was a good title and it worked.
Remember what it felt like, actually hitting that with your boys and it was so hype, right?
Oh, it was so hyped, yeah. I remember going to the gym that day, I was like so in my zone, man. I felt like Kobe. I'm like driving there, like hood up, like music blasting. I'm like, and I think I literally went to the gym, I warmed up, I did that one rep and I went home. That was it. I didn't even work out that day. I was like, this day's not gonna get any better than this. Let's not work out, I'm good, you know? But yeah, it's crazy. It's still my most viewed YouTube video, you know? Even when I have videos of me like, you know, at the peak of my career, like 300 pounds slanging weights, like, you know, when I was a top, 10 guy at the Olympia, I think my most viewed video in that world has like 350, 300,000. So this video has 10 times more than my next viewed video, you know? Good. 4. Favorite gyms? That's tough to say. Like quality of gym, it's hard to beat this place, obviously, you know? You could travel around the world and you might find 1 or 2 gyms that are anywhere even close to this. I mean, if you're going to maybe like some of the oxygen gyms or some of the crazy ones over there, there's not many gyms quality-wise that are obviously like this. I have different answers for like where I have good memories for like nostalgic reasons, you know, or where I was like training when I was like at the best of my career that obviously I look at fondly. I really like training at West Coast Iron in Vancouver. That's like Part Low and Ditto Shack and all them, that's where they are. That's a good gym. I always like that. It's not like the craziest for equipment. They got good stuff, but it's just like environment is like 10 out of 10. You know, it's the kind of, I have videos when we went and trained there during COVID because BC was a little more open at the time than here. And I have videos of me deadlifting in there, and it's like the entire gym stops to like cheer you on, you know? It's like you'll put like a heavy weight on there, everyone pauses, everyone looks, and then you're lifting, there's like 75 people screaming, you're like, come on, you know? So you're like, this is fucking awesome. So that's obviously, I remember those memories fondly for sure. It was like such like a community and environment that they built there, you know, a camaraderie amongst like all the people that train there, you know, friends and competitors and stuff. So that's definitely one of my favorite spots to train. So yeah, lots of good gyms out there though, you know. Gonna get shoulder pump though.
Yeah. Something we're definitely not used to, and my shoulders are taking a beating from it.
Yeah. huge or what?
Too inflexible.
He can't make up his mind. No good?
You can try it. The one is too weird, and then the other one's too close that I can't actually get my shoulders under it.
Fuck.
It could be overall, not just machines, you know? It could be like the vibe of the people. There's something
There's probably some, but I probably repressed them from my memory now, you know? It's like when you have bad childhood memories and you like block them out, it's probably what it was for me. That's how I feel about gyms. I don't know. Can't think of any gyms that stand out as being like bad, like so bad that I hated them that much. Like, I trained half my career fucking Good Life. So like, you know? So I made do with very mediocre corporate gyms. So anything above that is like awesome, and there's not a whole lot below it. So, you know? And if there's something below it, you're kind of expecting it to be below. If you're going to like Anytime Fitness or like, you know, fucking Planet Fitness, you're probably expecting that, so you set your expectations.
Well, even like when we were training at Good Life, the underground one, it was grungy. I kind of like the grungy vibe.
I like that Good Life.
You know?
It's funny because that Good Life actually had like some of the best equipment of any of the Good Lives.
Yeah.
They had, well, I guess the one we train at now has all those pieces.
Yeah, they stole it from there.
They stole them all from there. But yeah, I mean, we're training on the same, you know, 20 pieces of Life Fitness that we've trained on since we were 18, you know?
So. That's actually a good thing for people to realize because you made it work for your whole career with what you had, right? So,
honestly,
sure.
man, me and Chris, me and my brother-in-law Chris, we trained, I say my brother-in-law Chris, like people don't know him more than me, you know? Are you C-Bums, coach? Me and Chris trained, we prepped 1 year in 2020, him for the Olympia and me for 2 pro shows and the Olympia, training in buddies like basement gyms. You know, like, and like not fancy basement gyms. We got a bit of a fancier one at the end of the year, but for half the year we were training in a basement gym with like a home cable unit, like not a commercial cable unit, and dumbbells to like 50, and then we managed to piece together like another set of like 80s, and then one 150-pound dumbbell. So just so we could do, so we trained together, and we'd use the pieces as we need. But like that's really all it had, man. We had very minimal, and like we trained for pro shows and like did fine, you know. So, and I kind of talked about back then, it kind of brings you back to like the basics. It's like look, there's obviously a place for all this fancy fucking machines, and I think if you have them, you should use them. You know, there's advancements in technology, and they're better. I'm not saying that they're not better, but sometimes you forget like what got you there. You know, like the heavy fucking deadlifts and presses and squats, and you know, just resorting to like the bare roots of shit. And so it was kind of like a nice refresher of that training in that circumstance, you know. Was that working weight?
No, we'll go much heavier.
You think I can full stack this?
Probably. It's just hard to get started, but I'll give you a bump maybe.
1, 2, 3. Okay. I said that was heavier than expected.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, even during COVID, like I took a heated gym for granted because during COVID we were working out in the barn with no heat.
Right.
So you come back to like a commercial gym with like normal temperatures, and they actually
You're like, Good Life is fucking awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, we were doing workouts like on a leg day, we could do like 2 exercises. You know, it's all we had the shit to really do. We didn't have a quad extension, a hamstring curl. So like whatever you had, you could do. You just do like 10 fucking sets of it. You know, it's like you can do squats and RDLs, and maybe like a lunge motion. Okay, do 6 sets of each. You know, 10 sets of each. That's really all we did. So we were fine for like stuff like arms though. You have a cable and dumbbells, you can do a full arm workout. It doesn't change anything. I mean, even now, we do 99% of our stuff, just cables and dumbbell. Yeah, we might use the preacher, but that's about it. But even then, if you had an incline bench, you could do a dumbbell preacher on the back of an incline bench, no problem. So it really didn't change anything for arm training. Yeah, the ones that definitely take the biggest hit are like back and leg training. You know, it's probably what you use the most machines for.
Yeah.
And you need the heaviest weights for, which obviously in like a home gym capacity is the hardest thing to get.
We had one cable, and we were able to make do because we made a pull down out of it, and then we also did a row.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit in, but that was about it.
It's funny, I said to the camera earlier that on our next press we usually do like one set and like a big intensifier, and then we've just got doing normal sets now.
Well, no, because that was
my second set.
Oh, it was, yeah.
That's good. Good. 5. Come on. Keep your hips down. One more. You got one more. I got you. Good. Our second lateral. We got a little sidetracked doing that press. I said 5 minutes before that, I'm like, we do one set with an intensifier and then we just end up doing 2 regular sets, but it's all good work, doesn't matter. So we're gonna do a couple sets here, dumbbell laterals, and then we do a little superset that's a rear delt fly with dumbbells and a shrug usually. So, but we might find, there's a good machine over there I think that we can do shrugs on, so maybe we'll switch it up and do something different.
I was so conflicted about what to wear for tonight. I was like, because my normal going out is just cowboy boots and jeans. Yeah. And I was like, am I gonna get judged in the middle of Toronto in cowboy boots and jeans?
I'm wearing a fucking Deion Sanders jersey, so who am I to judge? On these laterals, we usually go a little higher rep. The ones that we do earlier, we try to go a little heavier, kind of like that 8 to 12 range. These ones will usually bang out like more in sets of like 15, 20. No real reason for it that makes any scientific sense, just that it feels awesome.
Feels better.
Feels better, yeah. That's good enough reasoning in my mind.
Well, we're also an hour deep into our workout, so.
Yeah. So usually we do the 150s for these laterals, but easy with the 25s today. I actually had a period during COVID at the end when we were training at 613.
Yeah.
And I have some videos of me training with Mark when I was just training like as heavy as I possibly could, where I was like lateral raising hundreds.
Jesus.
You know? I'm like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? I don't know if this is even good. What am I doing?
It's good for the ego, maybe not for the muscle.
Yeah. Gets the comment section going on YouTube, I'll tell you that. All right, due to proximity, we're gonna do them separate. So we're gonna do shrug and then our 2 sets here and then 2 sets of a rear delt to finish up.
3?
Yeah, we'll try 3.
I got a strap, so we should be fine.
Honestly, I'm a huge proponent, especially if you're someone that has trouble developing your back, fucking wear straps on everything. You're not trying to like, back day isn't the day to train your forearms. So if they're always gonna be a limiting factor. Your back, your grip will give out before your back does. So if it's, you know, you're doing heavy rows, you're gonna always encounter a point where your grip will be the limiting factor in the lift. So for me, like if I'm training back, I wear straps for 99% of everything I do. So I find it makes a really big difference in back training for sure. So, you know, so many guys don't want to wear them because they want to hold the weight, but then they end up like bringing so much forearm and bicep into the exercise and then wonder why their backs don't grow. So just wear straps. If you want to train your forearms, do it on arm day, you know? Yeah, of course, man.
Just because you're retired doesn't mean you get an easy pass through your workouts.
That's hard on the arm that like won't quite straight, you know? It's like pulling
Every time you go down all the way.
That's hard, yeah. That was hard. All right, we're gonna finish up on just a rear delt cable fly. So as you see, we do a lot of volume on shoulders. 2 presses, 2 laterals, 2 rear delt flies, and a shrug. So it's a lot. All right, is that what we did? 2 laterals, 2 presses, yeah. So kind of 2 of everything. We're not trying to hit one thing much more than another. If anything, the thing we do the least sets of is the pressing. You know, we'll do kind of 5, 6 sets for the laterals and stuff. We'll do like 4 sets, 4 or 5 at most for the pressing. So yeah, we're gonna finish up here. 2 more sets of the rear delt, 2 or 3 sets here. So rear delt on the cable, and then we might bang out like either 1 chest or 1 try exercise, something a little extra, just to finish off. That's good.
Come on.
All right, we're just gonna finish up with a couple quick sets of triceps, just some rope extensions. Finish off and get a little tricep pump. Got the arms looking juicy for when we go out tonight, so. I remember when I was young, this is like when I started really getting into bodybuilding. And I know he used to do the same thing, even if he denies it. Before I would go out like to the bar, I'd like drink like carb powder and take pre-workout and pump stuff. And I didn't drink like then because I was starting to bodybuilding, so I was like pretty hardcore with my nutrition and like not drinking stuff. But before I'd go out, I'd have like Vitargo and I'd have like 100 grams of carbs or like pump products, and, like, get a pump and then go to the bar, I was doing that like every weekend. You did that too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Everybody's having their pre-drink and you're just having your friggin' 50 grams of carbs.
Yeah, I'm drinking my pump product and Vitargo,
Vitargo was gross.
Yeah, it was a good product though.
Yeah.
It just turned into like little marshmallows, If you didn't mix it really, really well, you get like these little marshmallows that would like burst with like carb powder in them.
Should do 1 more drop and then we'll call it a day. Trying to do.
All right, that's a wrap. One thing actually, I don't know if you guys noticed I was doing it there. I've been trying lately on any of the rope extensions I do. I always used to kind of keep my wrists like outwardly turned like this and try and spread it at the bottom. Lately I've been doing the opposite. So I've been trying to curl it in like this at the top. So I'm getting like maximal flexion versus like here, you're not actually maximally flexed. So like I'll let it come up, come in, and then I keep it there when I come to the bottom, and then I let my wrist roll out. So I'm like getting, and I honestly find I'm getting a lot better contraction, feel my triceps a lot better, so. Try it out next time you train tries, see if you like it. Tip of the day, Good, okay.
That's it.
Now you got ready for Toronto plan.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Gonna go enjoy a night on the town.
Drive 90 minutes to downtown. We underestimated. I thought we were like 30 minutes from downtown Toronto.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that far.
Yeah.
So now we got to haul ass through traffic.
Now we got 90 minutes down to downtown to go see Shane Gillis. So check into the hotel, shower, eat, get to the show. So
what's the meal? What are you guys gonna eat? What's the plan?
well,
At this point, we have no idea because we're in a rush.
fucking McDonald's.
So.
I don't know. Whatever we drive by on the way that like looks half appetizing, So
Yeah.
cool. All right, guys.
That's it.
Well, that's a wrap on the little shoulders and 1 tricep. I'd say shoulders and triceps, but it's just 1 tricep. So shoulders and tricep, singular. Yeah. Going to Shane Gillis, excited to see that. And then that's about it. So we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.